Ambitious we are.
Just one big realization I've had, and I'd like to share with you guys, is that people spend a lot of time focusing on things that really don't matter, yeah? And spend little time on things that do matter. Maybe say about 3 years ago or 2 years ago, I met a man, and this man is a man of God, because he's always like, Tabang, if you have any problems, man, come talk to me, you know. God loves you, and I'm like, indeed, he does. And the most constant thing this man kept saying to me was that I've got all the potential in the world, and yet I do not know where to exert all of this energy. And he said, you have to choose one. It's all good and well for you to want to do all of these things. That's great. But you have to choose one, because if you choose to run with all of them at the same time, you will get somewhere with all of them, but you won't get to the end goal, because you'll be chopping and changing. That's not good for anybody. But it took me a long time to understand this. I was like, choose one? What do you fucking mean? I've got so many options, I can dip my finger in this and that pot. But yeah, I mean, like that was coming from a place of ignorance, or lack of a better term. But I did not understand, or I couldn't grasp the concept of choosing one. Which one? What is one? Like, there's so many. But over time, every time I had an encounter with this man, he would bring it up. And every time it would linger in my mind a bit longer, like, one. Why one? Why do we just have to choose one? So that what? When there's so much potential in the world. And I found myself not achieving any one of these things until I actually chose one. And every time it boiled down to one that I made a conscious decision upon, I would see it through and achieve the goal. And that's what most people tend to lack. They cannot define that one purpose that surpasses all the other purposes. Which one do you want to see through? And I believe that people need some time to themselves to identify this and understand, what do they really want? I mean, like, if you want success, that's one thing. How are you going to get success? Right? So choose that one thing that will bring you success. Because if you're chasing success but you don't really have a purpose, or a definite purpose, then it's redundant. What are you aiming at? There's no goal. There's no bullseye to shoot. So create the bullseye first. It only makes sense. It took me a while to understand the concept, but there is no other way about it. There is no other way about it. So I need you to understand that it all boils down to what you really want in order to get to where you want to get. So have some time to yourself. Block out the negative perceptions that might have swayed you off your way, because there'll always be those. I mean, like, human beings are human beings, but only you can protect yourself and keep yourself away from negatives. They can't jump into your space when you don't want to. So be conscious of that. But be more bothered by what your purpose is and what you're looking to achieve. Because if there really is no end goal, then you can't be all hot shit talking about how you're going to make it. Make it in what? Some food for thought. Choose one. Juice.